Hello everyone, I'm Carol Tongco. I'm a new clinician in We Thrive. I also am an expressive arts facilitator at Creative Passion Path and also a child life officer for training at Kite Foundation. I also am a registered expressive arts consultant and educator and also a certified focusing-oriented expressive arts facilitator and trainer. So how did I get into expressive arts? So it all started during my adolescent years, no. So I'm sure a lot of you could relate to the feeling na years is really a tumultuous tumultuous stage in our lives, no. So at that time, uh, very secretive ako, and there are things that I cannot say to other people. Parang nagkakaroon ako ng trust issues with other people. So ang naging modality ko to share my stories, to share my emotion, is keeping a journal with poems and drawings in it. So, hindi ako confident with my skills in writing and art making. So, I keep it to myself. And also, during my high school years, I got myself into theater. So, in those moments, I realized na arts became my best friend. No? So, I was able to express the emotion through the characters I portray in theater. I was able to use different arts, different materials to express how I feel, and also I hide my feelings into metaphors. So naging safe place ko ang expressive arts, and that's why I fell in love with arts. So when I got into college, I took fine arts. And slowly, nagkaroon ako ng frustration and kind of a little bit of existential crisis because that's not the kind of arts I fell in love in the first place. Kasi the kind of arts that I knew was the kind of arts that heal. So we were very much focused into aesthetic or making arts for other people. So I explored and bumped into Kite Foundation, an organization providing psychosocial support to children with cancer and chronic illness. And then I realized when I was doing volunteer work through Kite na ang laking tulong ng arts to help alleviate the boredom in the hospital, di ba? Hospital is a very boring place even for us adult, ano? And also yung anxiety nila in the hospital, and also they were able to express their feelings through arts. So nakita ko yung value talaga ng arts in the hospital setting, especially for our pediatric patients, ano. And so because of that experience, I explored more about expressive arts. So I joined a lot of expressive arts workshop, local and abroad, and all workshops related to expressive arts like play therapy, and also yung iba't ibang workshops such as yung spoken poetry. Also, aside from that, I also became part of an music group called Kontragapi, where we learned how to play different indigenous musical instruments from the Philippines, ano? And we also learned some dances around the Philippines. So I really tried to explore different trainings here and abroad. And one significant training talaga na feeling ko talaga nag-enhance ng skill ko in expressive arts is my certification in focusing-oriented expressive arts under the mentorship of the pioneer herself ng POET or focusing-oriented expressive arts, si Dr. Lori Rapaport, no? So because of that, I was able to become a certified focusing-oriented expressive arts facilitator, and eventually I became a trainer. And then also, I got my registration as expressive arts consultant and educator granted by the International Expressive Arts Therapy Association. So, yun yung naging journey ko to expressive arts. So, ano naman yung naging benefits ng expressive arts sa sarili kong mental health and well-being? And ano yung naging benefit din sa ibang tao na pinoprovide din natin ng expressive arts workshops or services? So, for me, just like what I mentioned to you earlier, it became my best friend. It became my safe place. It became my safe haven. Kasi I was able to find metaphors, symbols to these feelings or emotions I cannot put into words. Nagkaroon ako ng ibang emotional vocabulary other than putting things into words, ano. And also, according to the literature talaga, expressive arts has been playing a big role in creativity, imagination, and play, and when combined with the psychotherapeutic work. Also, expressive arts helps us re-experience that feeling of being a child again, connecting with our inner child, that feeling of enjoyment, playfulness, fun. And also, expressive arts connects us to our feelings. No, nare-resensitize tayo kasi some people tend to numb their feelings, and people get to reconnect with themselves and also with other people, especially when we do it in a group setting. Expressive arts has also been helpful in emotion regulation, stress reduction, connecting with our body, having that bodily awareness, self-efficacy, and of course, resilience. And the most important thing about expressive arts practice is you tweak it, or nagkakaroon ka rin ng consciousness in the cultural framework ng population na tinutulungan natin. And expressive arts has also been helpful in anger management, substance dependency, trauma, cancer, and pain management. And it has been also combined with other therapeutic approach. So just like what I mentioned earlier, Dr. Lori Rappaport combined focusing-oriented therapy and expressive arts, and she pioneered the use of the FOAT, no? And also Natalie Rogers combined person-centered expressive arts ng kanyang tatay na si Carl Rogers, and also expressive arts, and she called it person-centered expressive arts. And there are other mga therapy approach such as dialectic behavior therapy na kino-combine din with expressive arts, no? So what are your tips for people who want to get started on using expressive arts as a well-being practice? So sa akin kasi meron akong personal na kumbaga journey. So yung naging journey ko may not be the same as yours, no? So hindi siya one size fits all. So for you guys who wants to explore expressive arts, get into all kinds of arts na available here in the Philippines and also outside the Philippines, and then combine it with the context of the population that you are serving, ano. So a lot of people, I hear from a lot of people na I want to get into expressive arts, kaya lang hindi siya available dito sa Philippines, mostly abroad siya available, ano. So para ma-encourage kayo, marami kayong pwedeng makuhang learnings here in the Philippines, ano. So attend lang kayo ng kung ano-anong workshop, whether it's to theater. Ako, spoken word poetry. I also got into workshops about baybayin, and also I attended this cultural workshop about culinary, yung mga different cuisines here in the Philippines. So explore, dive deep into the culture of the Philippines, and then combine it with the practice ng expressive art. So marami kang pwedeng makuhang knowledge. So you just have to be creative, and you just have to be resourceful, no? So ano naman yung difference ng using expressive arts as a hobby and really expressive arts as a therapy, no? So a lot of people mistaken na expressive arts na similar as yung mga ina-attenda nating mga arts workshop, music workshop, or dance workshop, pero it's helpful, but it's not the same, no? So bakit siya hindi the same? Because when we go through expressive arts workshop, hindi natin focus dito na gumaling ka with a certain skill. Di natin focus na gumaling kang mag-drawing, gumaling kang mag-dance, gumaling kang kumanta, gumaling kang sumulat. Ang focus natin dito is how you can use these modalities to express how you feel, to understand yourself, to help you connect with other people. And expressive arts in therapy context naman is mostly infused with the treatment plan, with the therapy goals, and usually addressing psychopathological concerns, no? And actually, yung expressive arts, hindi lang naman din siya exclusive sa therapy setting, no? So, expressive arts has been used also in industrial setting, no? So, for example, ginagamit ko yung expressive arts for team building ng mga companies, so also for their self-care and improvement of well-being ng mga employees. And sometimes I also get invited by schools, so pwede din siya sa educational setting, ano. And also sa community setting din. So, iba-iba siya ng use, no? So, not just exclusive siya sa therapy or psychotherapy in particular. So, yun. So, I hope you get inspired to dive in your own exploration and journey sa expressive arts. And I hope to see you around. Bye-bye!